Hey everyone, I'm Sarah Lean and welcome to this video. Today we're diving into something that's super important if you're working with Terraform, understanding the Terraform state file and how it deals with state drift using the refresh only flag. So let's get into it. Terraform relies on a state file. This file acts as the single source of truth for the infrastructure you've deployed. It maps the real-world infrastructure to your Terraform configuration. By keeping this state, Terraform can figure out what's changed, what needs to be changed, and importantly, what doesn't. This helps it avoid recreating things unnecessarily. But what happens when changes are made outside of Terraform? Maybe someone's used the Azure portal, PowerShell, or CLI to tweak a resource. That's what we call state drift. State drift is when your actual infrastructure doesn't match what Terraform thinks is there. And that mismatch, it can lead to some really unexpected behaviour next time you try to apply changes with Terraform. If you're enjoying this content or finding it helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps support the content I create and helps you stay in the loop with all things infrastructure and automation. To handle drift, Terraform lets us refresh the state file, checking what's really out there and updating it accordingly. In older versions, this was done with Terraform Refresh, but that's now deprecated. Instead, with version 0.15.4 onwards, we use the refresh only flag with either the plan or apply commands. So here's how it works. First, make sure Terraform is initialized using Terraform init. Then check the current state versus real-world infrastructure with Terraform plan -refresh -only. This gives you a clear difference between what Terraform thinks exists and what's actually deployed. It's a safe way to preview the drift before doing anything else. And finally, when you're happy with what's being updated, run Terraform apply -refresh -only. That will update your Terraform state without making actual infrastructure changes, just bringing the state back in sync with everything. Now this fits perfectly with Terraform's plan and apply model. Review first, then act, minimising surprises and improving control, especially when you're working in teams or using CI/CD pipelines. Now a few best practices that I personally follow when using the refresh only. Always run Terraform plan refresh only before any apply. It gives you that early warning of drift. Review all changes before applying. Don't just assume that they may be small or they might be important. Communicate in team environment so everyone's on the same page before that state file gets updated. So there you have it. Refresh only is a really powerful way to keep your Terraform state accurate and avoid nasty surprises when you're managing your infrastructure. Now, if you found this video useful, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this. And if you've got any questions or tips of your own, drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video.